Good morning, folks. Quick update on the Chinese spy balloon that you are all following. As of this morning, the Chinese spy balloon is now over North Carolina and moving its way out to sea. When it does so, it's many people's thought that this will be the moment when the U.S. military shoots the balloon down. Now, Washington and Beijing are at odds over the nature of the craft. According to U.S. officials, they have described this as a spy balloon, while the Chinese insist it's a meteorological surveillance device that has been blown off course. Well, apparently now, information coming in this morning, there's a second balloon, a 150-foot weather-type balloon spotted in South America as well. So now we have two meteorological surveillance devices that have been blown off course. Well, the fact is that we will never get to the bottom of this, but the U.S. military has claimed that they incapacitated the electronics on this device, and it is no longer a threat to anyone. And they may very well shoot it down as soon as it goes offshore of North Carolina in just a few hours. And we will get the updates if the U.S. military shoots it down, because that will be their big win, shooting down a balloon. But what is really going on is that this is probably a dry run. Balloons of this size are called the top delivery platform for nuclear EMP attack, according to many experts. And we've known this for years, which makes it more insane that they haven't eliminated this threat. High-altitude balloons, such as the one China has floated over the mountain state military bases this week, are considered a key delivery platform for secret nuclear strikes on American electrical grid, according to intelligence officials. Spy balloons used by Japan to drop bombs during World War II are now far more sophisticated, can fly up to 200,000 feet above the surface, evade detection, and carry a small nuclear bomb that, if exploded in the atmosphere, would shut down the grid and wipe out electronics in many statewide areas. The threat of a balloon-launched electromagnetic pulse attack was warned about by a congressional EMP commission and inside the military several years ago. So what's going on? Why are we allowing it to happen? That's the question. Using a balloon as a weapon of mass destruction platform could provide adversaries with a palette of altitudes and payload options in which to maximize offensive effects against the U.S., according to the report. Now, this is the guy that spotted it, I think, in North Carolina, and he got himself on News 18 here. But a high-altitude balloon could be designed, created, and launched in a matter of months. There's nothing to prevent several hundred pounds of weapons material from being delivered to altitude without detection, according to the report. EMP experts have warned that China, North Korea, and Russia, even Iran, have programs to hit the U.S. grid with electromagnetic pulse weapons that could cut the cord from our grid for a year or longer, according to the report. In fact, Peter Pry, a former CIA analyst and member of the Congressional Commission to assess the threat to the United States from EMP attacks, stated, "Imagine the consequences of a balloon EMP attack that damages and destroys electronic systems at the speed of light within an EMP field with a radius of hundreds of kilometers. The Eastern Grid generates 75% of the U.S. electricity and supports most of the population. Virtually any nuke detonated anywhere over the Eastern Grid will collapse the entire Eastern Grid, not just the area within the EMP field, because of cascading failures that will ripple outward in the system." The conclusion in the report was, in the case of EMP, the consequences of failure to anticipate all delivery modes within the reach of an imaginative enemy could be immediate and widespread. As guardians of our nation's future, planners must leave no stone unturned in the effort to deprive America's enemies of low-cost, low-tech, high-consequence military options. And we're just letting this balloon fly over us. Now, China has claimed that this balloon flying over the U.S. is safe and not a threat. But the Pentagon has rebuffed calls to shoot it down because it could be a safety issue to those below. Now, hopefully they shoot it down as soon as there's no safety issue, but they had that opportunity for 36 hours when it was flying over the most unpopulated region of the U.S. yesterday. So what gives? Are we allowing a dry run for the eventual EMP attack that everyone in the world has decided will happen? It's anybody's guess. But we did deliver you all the facts on the topic, and all the links will be below. And that's a boom to knowledge. I hope in just a few hours that balloon crash lands into the Atlantic Ocean. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people and be safe. We love you.